Forrest Gospel says, but they want the argument. Doesn't matter if they want an argument. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. Why would I indulge somebody's desire for conflict with me? No thanks. Yeah, okay, well, you be right then. I'm fine with that. My ego's not so, in that, I guess. Okay, I'm going to touch on something I didn't plan on touching on, but it is something that's kind of been picking at me a little bit. So I listen to a lot of philosophy. I read some philosophy. Because I watched a Stoic video the other day, the next thing I know, I got this video about Machiavelli showing up, and how Machiavelli teaches you to, what was it? Never lose another argument or something like that, or never lose your power to another. I forget the exact title, but I'm listening to that. I'm listening to this video, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I get it. That makes sense, and I know who Machiavelli is. A very basic understanding. And wait a second. All the teachings, at least according to this video, according to what this video was offering, all those teachings, it wasn't about success. It was about protecting ego. Machiavelli was protecting his ego. Again, according to this video, of what this video offered. So in the video, they're saying, you walk into a room and a fool is there, and they're saying, and they say a whole bunch of nasty things about you. Well, this is how you respond. And you respond in such a way that puts them on their heels. And everybody else in the room, they understand that you've just set them where they're supposed to be. Right? It's about seizing power over another. It's about seizing control over another person. And I'm like, well, why do I want control over somebody like that? I don't. But for Machiavelli, it was my ego couldn't handle what the fool said about me in front of all these other people. And so I needed to set them straight. Because I couldn't imagine. I don't have the emotional energy stored up within me that I can tolerate having other people think badly of me. Again, from a Christian perspective, Christian priest, Christian perspective, Jesus was crucified alongside two convicted criminals. Crucifixion at that time was something that brought shame upon the family. Okay, it was horrible. The whole process was absolutely horrible. And a person who is crucified is a person who is shame. It's a shameful thing to be crucified. Be crucified with those convicts meant that gave the air that Jesus was also a criminal, that he was also a convicted criminal. And yet Jesus allowed that to happen. He allowed them to spit on him. He allowed them to beat him. He allowed them to treat him like a nothing. Right? He allowed them to treat him like someone who is outside of the community. He allowed them to shame him, and he didn't fight back. Our egos have to be stronger. If you coming back to the Forrest Gospel here, coming back to Forrest Gospel's statement, but they want the argument. If you have an encounter with somebody who wants to have an argument with you, even if it's in front of a whole bunch of people, if you come in contact with someone who wants to demonstrate their dominance over you in front of a whole bunch of people, let them. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, listen, there are times when we're not talking about physical, right? We're talking about emotional. We're talking about within the power dynamic of the room. Talking about power dynamics a lot today, but we're talking about power dynamics within the room. We're talking about how they may cause a shift in how others perceive you. If a person's words can change what a friend thinks of you, The question you need to ask is, what kind of friend was that? If a person saying something nasty about you, something smart about you, something mean about you, if a person can put you down in front of others and your friends and family's perception of you changes, what does that say about your friends and family? Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time trying to win over a fool. Don't waste your time trying to win over a bully. Don't waste your time trying to dominate someone who is trying to dominate you. Let them. You have other things to do. You have more important things to do. Sean used those words, precious time, my precious time. This is precious time. Is this how you want to spend it? Is this how we want to spend it? Well, since you're coming at me, I will come at you. Since you're trying to dominate me, I will have my dominance over you. Damn it. No. Build your ego up. Build your ego up in such a way that it doesn't matter what another person thinks of you. What matters is what you know about you. That's what matters. What matters is that you are doing the right thing. Not that you're doing the right thing to be seen by others, not that you're doing the thing that gives you power over others, not that you're doing the thing that gives you authority over others. No, you're doing it because it's the right thing. Even when you're the only one who knows it. I think it's either Epictetus or Marcus Aurelius, or it could be somebody completely different. The true mark of a man is whether or not you do the right thing when nobody's looking. Whether or not you do the right thing, whether or not there'll be a reward for you or not. We should be building up our egos, building up our identities, building up our understanding of self to such an extent that we don't care what other people say about us, and we don't care about how other people treat us, that we don't care whether or not somebody thinks they are dominating us or have power or authority over us. Don't care. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I know who really has power over me. I know by whom I am dominated. And it ain't that guy. Self-secure, self-aware, self-empowered. This is who we're supposed to be. Because we follow that model. Right? The guy Christians say that they follow, that's who he was. That's what he was about. And so that's who we're supposed to be as well. Amen.